Hi guys, we are going to make some eggplant today. Okay, so I want to show you the eggplant and what I'm doing. Okay, let's see if we can move this down a little bit. Okay, there's the eggplant. I have it on paper towels. I sliced it, as you can see. It's a good inch and a half maybe. I like them kind of thick. Otherwise the inside gets too mushy, if you could understand that part. I just like them like that. So anyway, I put them on a board, I sliced them, and I salted them with kosher salt. I like this, the coarse grain kosher salt, and got all the moisture out of them, let them sit for almost, I think it was over an hour. And so now I have them in paper towel to dry them out. So we can get started right away. My oil got really hot there. I'm gonna have to turn that down. Okay, so I'm gonna take one of these and put it in some cornstarch. And shake it off as much as you can into the egg wash. Like that, and into the panko breadcrumbs. Now, this is just plain old cornstarch, any kind of cornstarch, and the egg, I cracked an egg open and salt, put a little salt, look, like this, a couple of shakes, all right. A little cold water, maybe less than a quarter of a cup, less. Just a tad of water, some garlic pepper. Again, shake, because it's only one egg, and a little onion powder, same thing, like that. That's it. And, it's not even a half a teaspoon worth. So, I've got this in the panko breadcrumbs, as you can see in my little tray here. I put a little paper towel down, and then I'm going to put them on a cookie sheet until I have them all done. I'll start frying them all at the same time. And so now I'm going to put in the cornstarch or flour. You can use either one. I use the cornstarch because it's gluten-free, and I have someone that's kind of sensitive to, she is sensitive to anything with wheat. And then in the panko breadcrumbs, in the panko bread, and on the cookie sheet. I'm going to keep doing that. After I get them all done, I'm going to get back to you. Okay, I finished all of them. I'm just finishing the last one up into my cornstarch. See, a little bit. I put the little paper down so I can kind of press it down if I have to, okay? And then I'm going to put it in the egg wash. Here's my little egg wash. I use these little containers. They're kind of easy, and light. And so there we are in the egg wash. And remember, the egg wash was seasoned, if you just tuned in. The egg wash is seasoned with a little salt, little garlic pepper, a little onion powder, just a couple of shakes in there, not even a half a teaspoon, okay? Because it's only one egg, so we don't want to overdo it. So that is the end of these. Now I grab my paper towels, and I'm all done with that. I'm just going to collect these little dishes and give them a wash later on. What would we do without paper towels? Can you tell me? I can't imagine life now without it, and yet we didn't have that before to that degree, or use them like we do today. So here's how our eggplant looks, okay? So it's on a little paper towel, and it went into the cornstarch, into the egg wash, and into the panko breadcrumbs. Now we've got our frying pan. I'm going to bring my little camera over here so you can see. Oh, I got something. I gotta wipe this up. Okay, so here they are. Here's the frying pan. I'm going to get that going again a little bit more. I put some extra virgin olive oil in the pan. And I'm also going to add a little of my Crisco vegetable oil, the shortening. I'm going to use that because eggplants really can absorb a lot of the fat that you're going to put in the pan. You'll see they kind of, so it's got to be coated pretty well. Okay, so we got to get that nice and hot. And we'll start frying them up, and then we'll put them back on the cookie sheet while we make a little sauce. But for right now, this is what we're going to do. So, if all that is nice and hot, and again, I check by throwing some water down in the pan. It's definitely, you hear that? So it's ready because I want it nice and hot. I'm going to lower that flame now. I'm going to put them in for as many as I can get in the pan right now. We'll get these fried up. I love eggplant. Love it. It's very, very, it's tasty, you know. All right. You can make it with a little red sauce, which is I'm going to do, and then I'm going to put it in the oven with some mozzarella, and so it'd be coated with that. Oh gosh, that's going to be so nummy, like a little pizza, huh? Eggplant Parmesan. Okay, so all our eggplant is nicely browned up, and now I'm going to make my sauce. Okay, so the eggplant is done, and now we are going to zoom in on the sauce. I took two fresh tomatoes, and I put them in my little grinder and or food processor, excuse me, and I put in, so that you know, this is if you like it spicy. I put one of these chili peppers in. There's a little pepper in there, like that. And it's really nice. It's kind of hot though, so if you don't like it, that's something you might want to omit. I'm going to add now my chopped garlic. I would say a good tablespoon I'm going to put in there. I love my garlic, but you know. Okay, so there it goes into the frying pan. I'm going to take some of these panko breadcrumbs that kind of got left in there. Of course, it's not a problem really. So, we've got the frying pan going. Look at that. That garlic is, let me see if I can get it there. Nice and getting toasty. Not too toasty. We don't want it to brown. Rather to get burnt. Not brown, but burnt, because then it gets bitter. So I think that's about that. And I'm going to just add those tomatoes in there. I'm going to add a little water to this pan. Scoop up all that goodness because I'm going to use that. I'm just going to make a little sauce. I am also going to add a little tomato paste. Hello. I'm going to put a little tomato paste in the middle of this pan. Okay. Because I want it to, let's see, that looks like well, maybe a little more. Maybe 2 teaspoonfuls, okay, of tomato paste. And you get that to kind of, you want to get that to infuse here with our tomatoes and our garlic. Okay. It looks good. I'm trying to show you that looks good. Now let's let that simmer a bit because I'm going to, after this gets a little hotter, I am going to add just a little wine. But first of all, I'm going to put some oregano in there. And I'm going to say, let's see, this is a half a tablespoon, it says, half a tablespoon. There, half a tablespoon, not quite, okay? A little shy, a little shy. I'm gonna sprinkle some onion powder. I'm not gonna measure it even because I couldn't measure it. I just want a little bit, little garlic pepper. We put the oregano in, a little garlic powder. Sprinkle it, that's it, okay? This is not a, I'm going to add that wine, just a little wine, a rosé, just a little. What have I got left here? Yeah. I think about it, that was only probably a quarter of a cup, just to get a little acid in there. All right, now I'm going to get that going, then bring it to a simmer, add my water. I would say maybe 3/4 of a cup of water to 2 tomatoes, and of course you've got the tomato paste going. Okay, we're going to bring that I want it to simmer a bit. Then I'm going to put it in this pan, the sauce, and I'm going to layer my eggplant in there. I'm going to put it in for about 20 minutes at about 350. Get that going. Oh, our sauce is really... Now, I'm going to do the taste thing, you know. I always tell you, you got to taste, because you don't know. If it might need some salt. I'm very careful because sometimes I don't like to over salt. Okay, so I'm going to take a teeny bit of this. It's simmering. If you have little containers like this, it's just great. So I take a little taste. Oh, it definitely needs salt. In fact, what I'm going to do, instead of salt, I am going to put, if I can find it, I am going to put, let's see, where are my little teaspoons here? I'm going to put, let's see, 1 tablespoon of this Knorr's chicken bouillon. That might season it up just enough. Okay. Let's check that now again. Oh, and I forgot. What did I forget? What Busha Shrinkuski always told me. Cookie. Always put in a little sugar. We need that sugar. This is half a tablespoon, it says. Half a tablespoon. Whoop. Do that with any kind of sauce that you make with your spaghetti sauce. Okay, so I can't seem to. I'd like you to see that that sauce. That sauce looks really good. See that? It's just, and it's just an easy kind of sauce. You could put it over some linguine, a little rice even. Who knows? I mean, that's endless. These little sauces are delightful. I'm going to taste this sauce one more time since I added the salt. Well, not salt. I used that chicken bouillon. Okay, because this was it's meatless, so it's wonderful for a vegetarian. Unless, I don't know, do you guys put chicken bouillon in it? I'm not even sure. But here we go. That did the trick. That's about it. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to put this wonderful sauce in my pan. Okay, I'm going to turn this so you can see. Get all that goodness in here. Oh, I don't like to. I notice a lot of the chefs, they leave half of it in there. I hate to do that. I like to get every little morsel of that in my pan. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these little eggplants into that sauce. Into the sauce. I'm going to put it in the oven up to maybe, I'd say 20 minutes. And then I'm going to pull it out and put some mozzarella on the top of these little sweet little discs here. Okay, I'll show you in a minute. This is just one eggplant. Just one eggplant. It could be a nice side dish, or it could be your main meal. If you had a little meatball or a little Italian sausage with that, or maybe just some pasta. And that would really be wonderful. Well, here's my eggplant now in the sauce. We're going to put that in the oven. It's just about ready to ring at 350 for 20 minutes. See you back then. There it goes. Okay, so I put the mozzarella on the top and some Parmesan cheese. We'll be ready in about 10 minutes. I plated up the eggplant Parmesan with a little linguine and realized it was February 1st. So maybe it'll give you an idea of maybe a wonderful dinner that you could make for someone you love. A little vase with some roses, a glass of wine, some candles. What a wonderful meal. I hope you will do that too. Be a nurturer, be loving.